Hey guys, Cal here today with the 2025 Toyota Prius, and in 2024 my girlfriend and I went to the auto show and I saw this new body style Prius in person for the very first time, and I was like, wow, this Prius looks really cool. This is the first Prius I would actually consider buying. So today you and I get to take a drive in the car, we get to take a look at it and find out if this lives up to all the expectations that I wanted it to. So my first favorite part about this new Prius, like I said in the beginning, is its styling. When we come to the front end here, you'll see these boomerang style headlight housings up here that look so cool, and they give it this very neat angular look. You'll see those LED turn signals run into the LED headlamp right there, and then you have that LED daytime running lamp that runs into that center grille and gives it that very angular look here up in the front. If I get down to street level, you guys see just how menacing this car looks even at a low level. And then they also put these super cool ridges in the hood again to add some more depth. Everything comes together and gives this car such a cool look. You have these LED fog lights down below as well. And then if I come around to the side, you'll see the style line lead out of that front fender into the windowsill and leads into the rear end here to this very sharp edge that is created basically by the taillight housings, which just gives it such a cool look back here. I mean, even come to this rear angle like this, look at how it just looks so sharp, so handsome. Until you see this car in person, it's just hard to kind of picture how well they have done this car. It is just so pretty to look at. And as you guys can see on this one has a lot of cool little black bits around the car, like these black wheels and those black door handles as well. So let's go over what the Nightshade package is for the Prius and check out its MSRP. So window sticker here, taking a look at that, as you can see, like I said earlier, it is the Nightshade package. This one, very familiar term to us Northeasterners. We got the Wind Chill Pearl is the name of this white paint. So really beautiful color. When you do see it in person, it's got an awesome flake to it in the sunlight. So very beautiful white paint on this particular Prius. And I like the contrast that this has being a white paint color with that Nightshade package, because that white and black contrast is super sharp on this. So for the Nightshade package, you guys can see 19-inch alloy wheels with the black finish. There they are. They are so beautiful. Now, what I will say is these are very thin tires. As you guys can see, that tire profile, due to these being 19-inch wheels, they're relatively large for a car that is this size. So if you guys live in an area with potholes or with a lot of snow, I would probably advise you at least get some snow tires for the winter season, because even though this does have all-wheel drive, when that winter season comes around with that slim tire profile, I don't know if that's going to be too great for that weather. But really cool looking wheels. I really do love the look of them. They're super expensive and super sharp looking. The second option is the black roof mounted shark fin antenna. As you guys can see there, it's blacked out like that, it blends in. Next option in that package is that blacked out badging that we've already seen. You got the all-wheel drive badge down there on the side that is blacked out. You have the Prius badging and everything else on the rear end that is all blacked out. And then if we come to the front end of the car, you'll see that the Toyota symbol right here is also blacked out. Another part of that Nightshade package is the black door handles, and that is a very sparkly black paint that they put on those. And it is also some black bumper trim. So if we come down here and look at that, you guys will see that is a painted section. That is not like a flat black plastic. That is actually painted. And then if we go up to the front end here and take a look down here, you'll also see that is not a plastic finish. That is a high gloss black paint finish down at the bottom of the front bumper as well. So this car starts at $33,960. The $1,000 option, the big ticket item in this car, is that glass panel roof. So if we climb in and take a look at that, none of these are actually operational. If you guys look at the top here, you'll see that there's no dividing points where this is going to open anywhere. It's just a glass roof, but you do have the option from the rear and the front to shut those if the sun is getting a little too intense on you. Another option on the window sticker is the $275 digital key capable. So if you guys want to have that option on there, that is $275. I don't think I would option for that. I'm pretty old school. I'd probably rather just use the physical key. A 12.3-inch Toyota audio multimedia screen, so you guys can see that in here. It is definitely pretty sweet looking, so I do like that option. It'll probably help with resale down the road to kind of future proof the car. That beautiful sparkly white paint that we saw before, it is an option that you have to pay for for that beautiful flake. You can see there that is a $475 option. So yes, that is a pretty hefty sticker price, especially with how interest rates are nowadays. You know, you start getting a car that's over $25,000 and you add interest rates onto that with a loan, and those payments really start to get pretty high pretty quick. So this might lead to a relatively expensive payment, but you know, you're getting that excellent fuel mileage. As you guys can see there, this is getting 49 miles to the gallon in the city, 50 miles to the gallon on the highway, leading to a pretty big fuel savings over 5 years, it says here. If you guys are maybe in an SUV right now, something that's really not getting great gas mileage, this might double the fuel mileage that you're getting in your current car depending on what you have. So definitely a great fuel saver, and to me, having that all-wheel drive capability and a pretty big trunk, everything that goes with the Prius, including this awesome styling, it's a very versatile car. So you know, if you're not towing anything, even if you wanted to throw a kayak on the roof of this, I'm sure with some specialized racks you could even do that. There's a lot of options with the Prius. It's a very versatile car. Taking a look under the hood of the 2025 Toyota Prius is the naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder that has a total system output in this hybrid configuration of 196 horsepower. How the all-wheel drive system on this new Prius works is if it detects any slip, and most of the time it's just going to be running in like a front-wheel drive setup. So you have the CVT transmission up here with that 4-cylinder. You just kind of have a front-wheel drive setup as a full-time thing, and then if the system detects any slip, it's going to engage the electric motors in the rear to give you that all-wheel drive capability. So that's the understanding I've gotten of that system. And overall in here, I like that they haven't covered everything up with plastic. The spark plugs, they let you see where to put your oil in, where to check your oil. You got the dipstick visible right there. Everything is very accessible under the hood here. So I like that Toyota has done that. And of course, this is a very efficient setup as well. As you guys saw on the window sticker there, this gets 49 miles to the gallon in the city and 50 miles to the gallon on the highway. And depending on what you guys are driving right now, this could be a huge fuel saver. So even if you were buying it as like a second car or even your only car, the amount of money that you would save on gas by buying this is actually insane. All right, guys, now we have reached the trunk of the Prius, and I have climbed in to help illustrate for you guys just how big this trunk is back here. I'm about 6'2", and I can almost fully lay out back here. As you can see, not quite, but it is quite a big trunk back here when you fold these back seats down. It's about 26.7 cubic feet of space. So if you guys are worried about the Prius being your only car and you're worried if it's going to be versatile enough, is it going to be able to take you camping? Is it going to be able to help move boxes? If you guys are moving houses and you want to move all your smaller stuff in your own personal vehicle, the Prius definitely can handle with that duty. I mean, it's a pretty cool space back here. I would estimate if you were short enough, you could probably get a smaller air mattress and actually camp in here. And considering this has that $1,000 glass roof, you can actually stare out at the stars while you're camping. And as you guys can see, oh, okay, all right. And as you guys can see, the regular trunk is actually a pretty good size too. All right, guys, now it is time for a seat in the back. 6'2", sitting behind myself without adjusting the chair. And you guys will see there, I don't know, probably around an inch or so of knee room there, maybe an inch or two. So there is pretty good space in the back seat of the Prius as well. If you guys are going to have car seats back here or kids, I think the Prius can also handle that duty pretty well too. All right, guys, quick space check on the front seat of the Toyota Prius here. And you will see with my long legs, I got 1 foot on the dead pedal, 1 foot on the gas pedal, and you can see I have this in the backmost position right now, although in this car I was very surprised because I didn't have to. I actually did have it like maybe an inch or two forward from where it is now. So this is all the way back, and as you can see, my knees do have a little bit of a bend to them there. So not the biggest front seat I've seen, but there's absolutely no complaints. It is a big enough space in here if you are a taller person. So if you're gonna be taking this on road trips and you are taller, the Prius is gonna be able to handle that task as well. Now on the interior here of the Prius, it is a very nice place to be here in this Nightshade model. It just looks so good. I mean, it feels pretty loaded up in here. I mean, for this car being sub $40,000 and to feel this nice in here is really cool. I mean, look at this. We got this little bit of mood lighting here under the dash panels with the Nightshade package. I think it's a part of that. You get like this fake carbon fiber over here. These seats, just like I said in the back, are very soft and very Lexus-like. They are super supportive supportive, and they're actually very comfy. This pleather material, if you want to call it that. The steering wheel here wrapped in a nice smooth leather, also very Lexus-like. You guys can see the texture there. And on the left side of the steering wheel, that is going to be all your buttons to control the driver information center, pick up your phone calls, do your volume for the radio, and then your right side, that's going to be cruise control. You got the lane keep assist, the forward collision alert, all that stuff on the steering wheel down here. And like Toyota does very well, all the buttons in here, when I hit them, feel very nice quality. So nothing feels like it's about to break, or it doesn't feel chintzy. So everything feels great in this interior. Your gauges straight ahead are pretty good looking, but like the reviews have said that you may or may not have seen, the steering wheel does block your gauge view a little bit. I have the camera at eye level, and you can see when I have the steering wheel where I want it, I can't see my odometer or my miles to E. It simply blocks it. I'm not able to see all that. I'm just able to see my speed, and that's it. So if I put the wheel all the way down and I'm able to see the gauges, then my knees are hitting the steering wheel. So it's not a perfect science. I don't know if this was maybe a DOT regulation on how high or low they were able to get the wheel set, or if this was an oversight for like the design and logistics department. It just does not work that well. So I would like to see this improve. Your center stack here for the radio, I like that. This display, by the way, this was an extra. Kind of a cool little Prius reflection there. I kind of like that. That's neat. This was an option, this 12.3-inch display. I like that it's got the same setup as any other Toyota radio on the market right now. It's very easy to use, very speedy to the touch. Looks just like any other Toyota radio that you guys have seen. So you have all those buttons over there. Does the Apple CarPlay, does the Android Auto, obviously. Have your air vents, your HVAC controls down here. Very nice that they're not a digital setup here. They are all physical, as you can see. You know, so when I'm doing 60 miles an hour down the road, I don't have to worry about playing with a digital display. It's all physical buttons. So thumbs up to Toyota for that. 12-volt charger there, 2 chargers in here, another 2 chargers in there in the center console. Not the smallest storage in here, but also not the biggest. Let's get the Yeti in there. Yeti almost fits in there, not quite, the 26-ounce tumbler. And then we will do a cup holder test. They don't completely sit in there, the 26-ounce tumbler for Yeti here. So if you do take like a gnarly corner, or you're hitting the brakes or doing anything aggressive, yeah, this thing might fly out of here. And then the door pocket one also not that big, not really able to squeeze it in there either. So yeah, it's not a huge deal to me. It wouldn't prevent me from buying the car. It's a little annoying, but I would probably just, you know, toss it somewhere else on the floor, whatever, just to keep it out of the way. And then look at this. Got a tray for your phone here, but below this, do the arrow. Yeah, the hashtag hidden compartment, as they say. Although, you know, with that arrow there, that's pretty obvious. I'm going to say that's not really hidden. I mean, you know, make it secretive. You know, don't make that look so obvious there. You guys can see the piano black here in the center stack. That is going to be kind of a fingerprint magnet over time. Your shifter, I'm not crazy about it, but I don't hate it. Got to switch it to the left there and then go down for drive. Switch it to the left, push up for reverse. Park right there. Also, when you put it into reverse, these graphics look like they are straight out of a CRT tube TV from like the 90s or the 2000s. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but it is pretty grainy. So kind of a nice nostalgia trip when you put the Prius into reverse there. Sport mode, got your drive mode selector right here. Go right there. You see you can select whatever drive mode you want with that little switch there. Park brake, EV mode, all that good stuff in the center stack, and your wireless charger. All right, guys, now we are going to take a quick ride in the Prius and see what this 196 horsepower can do in sport mode. Wow. It does pull pretty good. It's a nice, steady, gradual pull. It's not anything that's going to like fling you in the back of your seat, but it's a nice, steady pull from a stop, as you guys just saw. So acceleration is pretty good on the Prius. Nothing bad to report there. As for the steering, I've also quite enjoyed the steering over the course of today. It has been really very quick to turn in, and it's not super numb. It feels pretty good. Like I feel relatively connected to the road. So steering is good. Suspension, as I mentioned earlier, with these thin, I'll call them rubber band tires, you do feel a lot of the bumps. We have an I-8 that just passed by. Sweet. With these thin rubber band tires, you do feel a lot of the potholes and bumps in the road. So when you're going over those, you do want to make sure you're watching out, because I would imagine with enough force and with the right pothole, blowing a tire or bending a rim could probably be relatively easy. So be careful with that if you do get the Nightshade that has these really cool wheels. Other than that, cabin, even though this is a car that's pretty low to the ground, pretty quiet. I'm listening to the road noise right now, and I don't hear anything that's like super aggressive from the tires or the road. It sounds pretty good in here. It's pretty relaxing. It's a nice quiet cabin. So overall, the Prius to drive is an absolute joy. When you have it in sport mode like I do now, it's a lot of fun to drive with that. The steering feels good. It's quiet. The bumps aren't too bad. I'd imagine the car takes them even better if you don't have the rubber band tires that this one does. So overall, driving experience in the Prius is pretty solid. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for my review on the 2025 Toyota Prius. And now it is time to answer my question from the beginning. Is the Prius everything I wanted it to be when I saw it at the auto show last year? And my answer is yes. It is everything I wanted it to be. It is inoffensive, it's plain, it's vanilla, whatever way that you want to put it. This car not only is very easy on the eyes, it is super practical, as you guys can see when I put the back seats down, just how much space there is in this car. And then also the efficiency, how good it is on gas. That fuel mileage over the course of how many years might pay for a couple short trips or a couple vacations here and there. That is a pretty sizable fuel savings, especially if you guys are in a bigger SUV and you're looking to downsize right now, or you're even driving a truck and you're looking to pick this up as a second car. This thing is going to save you a ton of fuel, and it doesn't require you going to a full EV, which I really like. You still have an engine under the hood at the end of the day. So I would definitely pick this up as one of the cars in my stable. I don't know if it would be my only car, because I do like having a vehicle to tow, but this would definitely be a great second or third car to have in the garage. I hope you guys did enjoy today's review. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I also wanted to give a quick shout out to my friends at Bob Johnson Toyota. You guys can see their link in the description down below if you guys want to check out their Prius inventory. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next new car review.